Welcome back to Inauguration Day 2021. Now, we are fortunate to have all 7 candidates from the statewide election for Kid Governor here with us for a news conference. Each of them showed great courage in running for office and standing up for a platform that they care about. Now, we'll hear their answers to the tough questions that your classes submitted. So to start, I'd like each of you to introduce yourselves to the group by stating your name, your school, your town, and the topic of your platform. We will elaborate more on your platform as we get into the questions. And you've all met Reese, so let's start with Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm from West Vine Street School, and my platform was on racism.
Thank you, Claire. Next, we have Cora.
Hi, I'm Cora Aikenhead. My school is Meadowside Elementary School. I'm from Milford, Connecticut, and my platform focuses on climate change and environmental issues.
All right, we're going to get to Huda now.
Hi, my name is Huda, and I'm from Casimir Pulaski in Meriden, Connecticut. And I did body shaming for my platform.
Thank you, Huda. Next, we have Miley.
Hi, my name is Miley. I go to Glastonbury East Harvard Magnet School, and my platform is racism.
Thank you. Next, we've got Nathan. All right, Nathan, thank you. We have Samir next.
Samir, I go to MD Fox Elementary School and I live in Hartford. My community issue was college readiness.
Thank you. All right, so now we're going to move into the question and answer segment of our news conference. So when I call your name, please unmute yourself to answer your question, and then you'll each be asked 3 questions during this news conference. Now, our first question was submitted by the students of both Casimir Pulaski School in Meriden and West Vine Street School in Stonington. And this question is for Nathan, for Cora, and Reese. So what can Connecticut 5th graders do to support your platform? Nathan, we're going to start with you.
My fellow 5th graders could support my platform by making posters that bring awareness to the issues faced by people of color. They can also have conversations with their families and friends about accepting people who look different.
Nathan, thank you. All right, Cora, how about you?
One thing almost anyone in Connecticut could do is remembering to turn lights off in order to reduce electricity. And something that, again, almost everyone could do, but especially 5th graders, trying to get as involved as you can with environmental things such as like beach cleanups or making compost bins or gardens and things like that.
Now, Reese, how about you?
Fifth graders can support my platform by drawing a poster or maybe making a card to send to a nursing home. Maybe by just like playing outside or walking your dog. It's so simple to support my platform. You just have to like go outside or take a breath of fresh air. It's just going to be so much fun to play outside and get to do all these fun activities.
That you have right there too. All right, so our second question comes from students at both Lewis Tofflin Elementary School in Plainville and Oshana Elementary School in Southington. And the question is for Claire, for Miley, and Samir. So what was the most challenging part of coming up with a platform and running for Kid Governor? So Claire, we're going to start with you.
The most challenging part of coming up with a platform and running for Kid Governor was probably creating my video. Although creating it helped me learn more about my own platform, it was still pretty hard in terms of like the scenery, lines, and more due to the challenges of the pandemic and social distancing.
All right, Miley, how about you?
challenging part for me was just coming up with something that everybody was going to see and judge me on. But coming up with the platform was not hard at all because racism is something that I felt strongly about inside.
Wonderful. Samir, how about you?
Point action plan. It was easy for me to choose the community issue of college readiness because I watched my older brother work really hard to get into a college. Once I learned about how only 15% of students in my city get into a college, I wanted to fix that. But it was hard for me to come up with 3 ideas of how to help students.
Wonderful. Now, the third question submitted by the students at the Kennelly School in Hartford is for Cora and for Huda. So how do you think the pandemic will affect your platform? And Cora, we're going to start with you.
I think one very big thing is you can't do big gatherings like huge group cleanups or rallies. Those are very limited and not as possible as they would be.
Huda, let's move over to you right now.
It is more important than ever for us to have a positive image of ourselves. So many of us have spent a lot of time alone in this pandemic. So it is important to be kind to each other and ourselves. So we should spend more time lifting each other up in this time when we need it the most.
All right, so our fourth question now is for Reese, for Miley, and for Nathan. The students of Oshana Elementary School in Southington asked, what part of your platform is most important to you and why? So Reese, let's start with you.
I think the most important part of my platform to me is the nursing home step because my great grandma is 102 and in a nursing home in Groton. And I haven't been able to see her since the beginning of last year. So she has had no family contact whatsoever. So just by making a card and sending it to your nursing home can brighten the lives of the residents, and it could put the biggest smile on their faces. So I think that's the most important part of my platform to me.
All right, Miley, thank you so much. All right, so Miley, how about you?
The most important part to me is speaking to government officials because I know with their power, they can help me spread awareness on anti-racism in Connecticut.
Wonderful. All right, Nathan, your answer.
Most important part of my platform is to make an impact on the way my community views people who are different from themselves, especially people of color. I want to use my platform to make the community see more of the similarities in people rather than the differences.
Wonderful. All right, so our fifth question comes from Dr. Thomas S. O'Connell Elementary School, and the question is for Claire, for Huda, and for Samir. Now, the students asked, how can you incorporate your platform into Reese's platform of promoting positivity and healthy habits during the pandemic? So, Claire, we're going to start with you.
So I would say that with the pandemic, there has been a lot of racism going around. If I were to choose one way to incorporate my platform into Reese's, it would have much to do with the discrimination caused by the pandemic. I would also raise awareness of certain racial groups that are not getting equal access to medical care. I would also work towards decreasing anti-racism against Asians that has increased during the pandemic.
Claire, thank you. All right, Samir, how about you?
I want to create a virtual college exploration program to help students get into colleges through this pandemic. Another idea I've given is fun ways to stay positive while doing schoolwork or applying to colleges.
All right, and who else do we have next? We have Huda.
I would incorporate my platform by putting posters, messages in the bathrooms of our schools to help remind kids that they are perfect just the way they are. The pandemic has really made kids feel alone because of schools closing and having to stay home. Those messages will help remind them that they are not alone.
Thank you. All right, so our sixth question was submitted by the Kennelly School in Hartford, and it's for Nathan, Cora, and Miley. The students asked, is there anything outside of your platform that you'd like to accomplish during your term as a cabinet member? So Nathan, we're going to start with you.
As a member of the cabinet, I would like to help Reese and my fellow cabinet members to achieve their goals that they have set.
All right, Cora, what else would you like to accomplish?
I think incorporating animals into something would be a big part because when I grew up on a farm, I went from hugging bunnies to riding goats. So I think that would be a very fun thing to research habitats and see how we could help them.
Miley, how about you?
What I would like to accomplish outside of my platform is beside my platform is to help and support Reese with her platform, but I also want to get to know my other two cabinet members, Claire and Nathan, to help push out more anti-racism.
Wonderful. Thank you all. You are all very well spoken, and I can't wait to see what you all get accomplished this year. So thank you all so much. The staff at the Connecticut Democracy Center submitted our 7th and final question, which is for Samir, for Huda, and for Claire. So what are you most excited for as a member of the Kid Governor's Cabinet? So Samir, let's start with you.
I'm most excited about to get to know and work with all the cabinet members on Reese's platform. I'm looking forward to learn something from the cabinet members because they're all so hardworking and passionate.
Wonderful. Huda, how about you?
I'm most excited to work with the other cabinet members and learn about their platforms. And I'm excited to have a good conversation with the other kids who want to help others in the way that I do.
All right. And Claire, how about you?
As one of Reese's cabinet members, I'm super excited to help Reese with the promoting positivity part of her platform. I think it'll turn out to be extremely helpful and will be a lot of fun to work on. I also look forward to having the chance to work with cabinet members from all across Connecticut and share ideas about how we can all make Connecticut a better place to live and learn.
Claire, thank you so much. All right, so let's give one last round of applause to all of the candidates from our 2021 statewide election for Connecticut's Kid Governor. You are such strong and passionate leaders, and I'm confident that you will accomplish a great deal during your term. So thank you for joining us this morning for the inauguration ceremony and, of course, the news conference. I'm now going to turn things back over to Mr. Cofrancesco in the Connecticut Democracy Center.
Thank you so much, Rachel. And wow, didn't your Kid Governor and Cabinet do an outstanding job? Let's show our appreciation for them and to Ms. Lutzker for hosting today's inauguration ceremony and news conference with a big round of applause. Great job, everybody. So did you all have fun this morning? I hope each of you watching leaves today's inauguration inspired to support your Kid Governor and Cabinet and to do something, no matter how big or small, to make a difference in your local community. Each of you has the power to create change around issues you care about. And that concludes our morning programs on this Inauguration Day 2021. But there's still more ahead. I hope you will join us again at 12:30 when members from our 3 branches of state government tune in live to answer your questions about their roles and our state government. We will also see some of you later this afternoon for live civics trivia. For more about the Connecticut's Kid Governor program, please visit ct.kidgovernor.org. Adults, you can follow at CTKGovernor on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for the latest program updates and news on Reese and her cabinet. Thank you again for tuning into today's virtual Inauguration Day festivities. Enjoy the rest of your day.